Hello and welcome back to the Average Joe podcast. Of course, I'm your host here, Joe, and today we're talking about what to actually expect when dating a high value man and what actually goes into dating one. Because I think we have this grand idea, and it's all glitz and glamours, and you're just having money and you're just spending all this time and everything together. And I don't think we've actually put it all into perspective. A high value man is very busy. His emotional availability to you is not going to be on the highest tier. Like a doctor's wife, right? Think about it. He's on call. He's busy. He has a long surgery he has to attend to. He can provide you, take his credit card and go have fun. But his availability to be there for you emotionally or on call or on your beck and call and everything isn't going to necessarily be there. Your job and your responsibility is to take care of his household and, to be there when he necessarily needs you. And it's not always going to be when you want. And it's not always going to be when you need him there. Your job is to take care of his kids, create a household, and you come tertiary, like third. It's his business and everything, then his kids and all of that. Then there's somewhere along the lines that's where you fall into play. But are you ready for that? Are you ready to be, a third thought? And when he needs you to be there. He needs you to have that open availability. That's why sometimes high value men, they're not necessarily looking for necessarily a high value woman because you're not able to be at my beck and call when I need right now, it's Thursday. I need you to be in Houston, Texas on Friday, to be there. So, and just go sit in my hotel room. When I need you, then you be there. But I need you there because you're the one I love and whatever I want to be with. So I need you there, not just some random girl or everything. That's not what's going to fulfill. That's what they need. That's the timing that they're on. And I think that women get, are you choosing love or are you choosing money? Because he's able to provide you whatever you want. But necessarily that love and that attention and that affection isn't always going to be there. And are you comfortable and okay with that being your reality? Because that is what actually might be. Are you okay with the money being your sole solace? Because his affection and his attention isn't going to be there because his job and his responsibility is to be out working and providing and curating the home, providing the home that you're supposed to curate. You're supposed to be, the one that's, building the home, designing the home, filling the home, buying all the things and, putting your kids and all of that. That's, your responsibility. Is that what you actually really signed up for? Is that what you actually really want? Or are you looking for equality? Because when you're dealing with a high value man, you're not getting equality. You're getting the short end of the stick. You're getting all the money and everything you want because that's what he provides. But you're not getting all of his time. You're not getting that affection necessarily, emotionally or physically. And women, we have needs. You're human. You have needs and everything, and he might not necessarily be able to satisfy them at your beck and call when you want, but you need to be there when he needs you to. It's not even. It's the role. It's not an even playing field. Are you okay with that? And what he expects out of you is to be a woman without kids. Don't come into He's not coming in to take care of somebody else's kids because he's creating his own legacy. So you having kids and you having baggage and baby daddies and all of that, that's not necessarily something he's signing up to do. He's signing up for a woman who's beautiful, who's well kept up, well maintained, who, has an ambiance about it, who's virtuous in herself, who's, not for the streets, not in the streets, not partaking in entertaining things like that. Is that you? He wants a woman who's submissive, not a dominant counterpart who's, I'm bringing 100, so you bring 100, like kind of to the table. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody to be submissive. They're looking for somebody to want to cater to their needs, cater to their attention. Because these boys like to be babied. Be very clear. You see when they're sick. Or when they kind of really need you, they really turn into this little 12-year-old boy kind of thing. That's how they really are deep down on the inside and on the outside and everything. They want somebody who's going to baby and cater to their needs. Are you willing to do that on an absolute basis? Because that's what your job is going to be. Is that what you want? Do you want to spend those lonely nights where it's just you and your kids raising them and building, creating that home? Is that what you want? Is that a lifestyle that are you willing to be that trophy wife? Like, is that what you want? I think we should think about that. And are you even built for that? Is that the kind of woman you are? Or, and I think sometimes that we've shunned down these 9 to 5 or these quote unquote regular guys. And I'm like, well, at least it can give you some kind of stability and kind of, structure. They're going to be at work 9 to 5, 6 o'clock, they'll be home and be able to attend to you and attend to your emotional needs. And when you've had your long day at work, they'll be there to listen to your stupid gossip, office talk about, oh my gosh, she did this today. Can you believe the manager? They'll be there. They have that availability to give you that attentiveness. But is that what you want? We should just say that we're greedy. We want money. We've chosen money over love. We've chosen money over a familial standard or status or anything. We'll take the money over having a husband because generally that's what we value more. We don't necessarily value the family structure and everything. That's not what we care about. We want money. And if he's going to provide for me money, I'm cool with that. That's all I really need. That's what we should say. That's why we've turned down and shunned down from the average guys and the hardworking, regular 9 to 5 guys, because we've chosen, we want so much money. We're greedy. We want money instead of somebody who can give us something that, hey, when we come home, we want that foundation. We want that emotional availability. We want that physical touch. I want to be able to touch you on a regular basis, not be, every other month or every other week when you have the chance to see me or I have the chance to be with me. I want to be able to go home at night and know that you're going to be there too. And I don't have to go extended periods of time without being able to see you, and that you're on some unknown schedule that we don't know. If you're a doctor, you can wake up in the middle of the night. Somebody needs this, crazy surgery, and you're the only one that could do it. It's going to be a 12-hour surgery. You're going to be gone for the next 16 plus hours. And I don't have any reach or any attentiveness to you. I think women should take that into perspective when we are searching or saying that we want this high value man, that what it entails actually coming from it. It's not all the glitz and the glamours and everything. There is a lot of times where you are by yourself, you're alone, you're just creating the legacy, because that's what he wants. He wants legacy. That's all he's working hard to build. So he's entrusting you that you're sitting at home and curating the best legacy. You're putting solid attention into building, solid home and foundation for my kids. That's what he wants out of you. He wants you to be, in shape and beautiful and all that for when he needs you. But I think we shouldn't shy away from those 9 to 5 guys, because they'll be able to give you, again, that emotional availability, that physical availability that money can't buy. And the more women become so involved with how much he makes and how much money, it's the more we're straying away from what actually matters. Love can't be bought. And if we're walking around like, oh, I'm just gonna get with a guy who has a bunch of money and that's what I'll find my happiness, you'll find out very quickly that you're not happy. And then by that time it'll be too late for you majority of the time. So that's why, you don't want to wait till you're 45 and then realize that, yeah, he gave me money, but I wasn't happy with him. That's a little too late. I think, that this whole high value thing, it should be you. If you're wanting that, you should know what are the possible repercussions of it, and that it's not everybody is built for it. Because I got a little experience and I'm like, ooh, this is a cold and lonely world where he's gone. Even think about even Vanessa Bryant. Think about how many hours that Kobe was not home. He was on the road. He was on the road, basketball games, basketball tournaments, Olympics, this marketing campaign, this advertising. He was never home. He was never around. He was just busy. You want to call, I'm in Cleveland today, I'm in Ohio tomorrow, I'm in wherever. I'm not able to be home at your beck and call when you need me. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with your job is to sit at home and take care of my household? And I come home to a peaceful woman. I want a submissive woman. Are you ready to be that? Like a guy comes home, like you go bathe your man, give your man a massage from head to toe and do all of that. Bring his food, serve it to him, take it away. Like, That's what he wants. That's what he needs. He wants a peace of mind. Not that you're mad about this, or you're mad about that, or you're calling him 100 times trying to figure out where he is. I'm at home. I'm outside making money. That's what I'm doing. Stop calling me. You know? That's what it, and I think the more women, first of all, understand what they're looking for. They're looking for a fit, feminine, and friendly woman. And if you don't meet those three, they're not looking for you. And are you okay with a life where he's not always going to be around? His emotional availability and everything is not going to be on 10 the way you would want it to be. And you should be okay. And and high value men are looking for a high value housewife to curate a home and curate a peace of mind for them, and and make them feel like kings. Like they want to feel like a king, and they'll give you everything to make you feel like you're queen. They themselves need to feel like a king, so they want you to make sure you basically bow down and kiss their ass to make them feel like the king. And it's like, are you ready to do that? Are you okay with that? Or are you a domineering woman who that's just not what, go find a guy who's okay with you two being equals. And there's nothing wrong with him. And there's nothing to say that he's so invaluable because he doesn't quote unquote fit this norm that we've said to be high value. I think that's a food for thought for women. What do you think? Am I crazy? It's 1% of how many billion people that are quote unquote high value, and how many of them are even within arm's reach of you. And we should be more perspective and less delusional. But tune in to another episode of That Average Joe podcast. Stay tuned for more.